Welcome back to my channel. Imagine this. Billions of years ago, a young fiery Earth was minding its own business, spinning steadily as it orbited the sun. Suddenly, a cosmic intruder, an enormous celestial body, collided with our planet. This cataclysmic impact changed Earth forever. But what did it leave behind? A tilted axis, marking a permanent scar of this ancient encounter. Today, Earth spins at a tilt of 23.5 degrees, giving us the seasons we know and love. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what if this tilt didn't exist? Would we still have spring flowers, summer heat waves, autumn leaves, or winter snowflakes? Hold on. Did you think Earth was special? Well, think again. Almost every planet in our solar system has its axis tilted to some degree. But why? Is it the chaotic nature of the universe? Or is there a deeper, darker force at play? Let's explore the mysteries of our planetary neighbors. With a near zero tilt, just 0.034 degrees, Mercury spins almost upright. No seasons here, just extreme heat and freezing cold. How did Mercury escape the tilt chaos? Venus, a planet so rebellious it spins upside down with a tilt of 177.4 degrees. What could have flipped Venus on its head? Mars, our red neighbor, has a tilt of 25.2 degrees, very similar to Earth. Could this mean Mars once had seasons like ours, or still does? Jupiter, with a modest tilt of 3.1 degrees, this gas giant has no dramatic seasonal changes. But why did this colossal planet stay so steady? Saturn, the ringed beauty, spins with a 26.7 degree tilt. Could its majestic rings hold the answer to its lean? Uranus. And here's the wild card, a planet lying on its side with a whopping 98 degree tilt. What cosmic event toppled Uranus so dramatically? Neptune. The icy blue world spins at a tilt of 28.3 degrees, making it another tilted planet with seasonal mysteries. That is fascinating. Astronomers believe these tilts are the result of violent collisions and gravitational tugs from early solar system formation. But think about this. What if Earth's tilt was slightly different? A few degrees more or less, and life as we know it could be unrecognizable. Could another massive impact one day change Earth's tilt again? Would humanity survive the aftermath? And what secrets are hidden in the tilts of other planets waiting to be uncovered? How does this tilt affect the lives of planets and ours? Picture this, a planet without a tilt. A world where the sun rises and sets in the same spot every day. Sounds peaceful, doesn't it? But the truth is, such a planet would be a frozen wasteland on one side and a scorching desert on the other. Could life even exist there? Earth's 23.5 degree tilt is no accident. It's the reason we have seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter, they all owe their existence to this cosmic slant. Without it, we'd live in a monotonous world, either too hot or too cold. But here's a twist. Earth's tilt isn't constant. It wobbles. Yes, like a spinning top about to slow down, Earth's axis shifts over tens of thousands of years in a phenomenon called axial precession. What does that mean for our future? Could this gentle wobble someday disrupt life as we know it? Now let's look at Mars. With a tilt of 25.2 degrees, it shares some similarities with Earth. But Mars is a restless soul. Its axis wobbles wildly, shifting from 15 to 35 degrees over millions of years. The result? Massive climate changes. Scientists believe these shifts transformed Mars from a warm, wet planet to the dry, barren world we see today. Could Earth face a similar fate in the distant future? And then there's Uranus, the planet lying almost flat on its side, spinning like a wheel rather than a top. This extreme tilt means one pole bakes in the sunlight for 42 years while the other plunges into endless darkness. Imagine living through decades of daylight followed by decades of freezing night. Could any form of life adapt to such extremes? Venus spins upside down with an almost negligible tilt. You'd think that means no seasons, right? But here's the kicker. Venus's surface is a literal hellscape with temperatures hot enough to melt lead. It doesn't even need seasons to be hostile. But what flipped Venus upside down? Could it have been a collision, or is there something sinister lurking in its past? Now, here's a question to ponder. If tilts dictate seasons and seasons shape environments, could planetary tilts be the key to discovering alien life? What if we find a planet with a tilt just like Earth's? Would it be teeming with life, or would we discover something entirely unexpected? Think about it. Every tilt tells a story, a tale of cosmic collisions, gravitational tugs, and the relentless forces shaping the universe. But here's the cliffhanger. If tilts can change, wobble, or flip, What's stopping Earth from following suit? Could an asteroid impact or a passing rogue planet alter our axis forever? What would happen to humanity then? We've marveled at the tilted planets, their seasons, and their wild cosmic stories. But here's the real mind bender. What keeps these tilts in check? Why don't planets just tumble chaotically through space, spinning any which way? The answer lies in an invisible tug-of-war between colossal cosmic forces. But what happens when that balance falters? Let's start with our Earth. Our 23.5-degree tilt is like a tightrope walker's delicate balance, and it's all thanks to a silent protector, the Moon. Without the Moon's stabilizing gravitational pull, Earth's axis would wobble uncontrollably, swinging between 0 and 85 degrees over millions of years. Imagine this. One day the Arctic becomes a tropical paradise, while the equator plunges into icy darkness. Life as we know it would be thrown into chaos. Seasons would disappear, crops would fail, and civilizations could crumble. But here's the chilling thought. What if the Moon drifted away? Could its departure throw Earth into an unstable spin, reshaping our world forever? Not every planet has a moon to keep it steady. Take Uranus, for example. Its dramatic 98-degree tilt suggests a catastrophic collision in the past, and with no large moon to stabilize it, Uranus wobbles in slow, chaotic cycles. Could this explain its extreme weather patterns, with winds raging at over 900 kilometers per hour? And then there's Mars, whose tiny misshapen moons, Phobos and Deimos, are no match for stabilizing its tilt. Over time, Mars's wobble has caused massive climate shifts, turning a once habitable planet into a dry, dusty wasteland. Could this be a glimpse into Earth's distant future? The Sun also plays its part in this cosmic ballet. Its immense gravitational pull influences the orbits and spins of all the planets, creating subtle but powerful effects. For example, Jupiter, the solar system's giant, acts like a gravitational bully, pulling and pushing smaller planets with its massive force. But here's the question. What if this balance were disrupted? What if a rogue planet wandered into our solar system, tugging on Earth's axis and setting off a chain reaction of chaos? The tilt of a planet is determined by its history of collisions, its moons, and the gravitational forces around it. But this delicate balance can be easily disturbed. A passing asteroid, a shift in a planet's orbit, or even the slow drift of a moon could send a planet's axis spiraling out of control. If Earth's axis shifted by just a few degrees, what would happen to our oceans, our weather, and our way of life? Would we adapt, or would we become the next Mars, a relic of a once thriving world? Scientists are already studying the slow drift of the Moon, the effects of Earth's axial precession, and the possibility of future impacts. But here's the kicker. Despite all our knowledge, the universe is unpredictable. Somewhere out there, forces are at work, shaping the fate of planets and their tilts. We've explored the intricate dance of tilted planets and the invisible strings controlling their balance. But every story has a villain, forces lurking in the vast darkness of space, waiting to disrupt the delicate harmony of our solar system. What if I told you that Earth's axis, the very foundation of life as we know it, is constantly under threat? Imagine this, a massive rogue planet hurtling through interstellar space, untethered by any star. These wandering giants are cosmic nomads, and if one ever passed close to our solar system, its gravitational pull could wreak unimaginable havoc. Earth's tilt could shift wildly, throwing our seasons into chaos. The Moon, our stabilizing anchor, could be knocked into a different orbit, or worse, ripped away entirely. Scientists have already identified several rogue planets in the Milky Way. The big question is, could one be heading our way right now? Asteroids may be smaller than planets, but don't underestimate their power. A collision with a large enough asteroid could alter Earth's spin and tilt. Think this is far-fetched? Consider this. The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs also triggered dramatic shifts in Earth's climate. Now, imagine an even larger asteroid hitting Earth, not just ending civilizations but tilting the planet itself. Would humanity survive such a catastrophic event? And here's the kicker. Astronomers estimate there are over 1 million near-Earth objects, with many still undiscovered. Could one of them be our next cosmic adversary? Not all dangers come crashing into Earth. Sometimes they work quietly from a distance. Imagine Jupiter, the solar system's gravitational titan, subtly altering Earth's orbit over millions of years, or perhaps Saturn's gravity pulls just enough to nudge our axis ever so slightly. These changes might seem insignificant, but over time they could cause massive shifts in climate, sea levels, and ecosystems. What if these gradual tugs are already happening and we just haven't noticed yet? Here's a spine-chilling theory. Some scientists believe our sun might have a distant twin, a hypothetical star named Nemesis. Every few million years, Nemesis could disturb the orbits of comets in the Oort cloud, sending a deadly shower of icy bodies toward the inner solar system. Could such an event tilt Earth's axis or even strip away its atmosphere? While Nemesis remains unproven, the mere possibility is enough to keep scientists up at night. The threats are real, but here's the good news. Humanity is watching. Space agencies like NASA and ESA are scanning the skies for rogue planets, asteroids, and other cosmic villains. Projects like DART, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, aim to deflect potential asteroid impacts. But can we prepare for every possibility? Could a rogue planet or gravitational disruption catch us off guard? And what if our technology isn't enough to stop the inevitable? We've seen the cosmic villains that could tip Earth's delicate axis into chaos. Rogue planets, asteroids, and gravitational disruptions. But let's entertain a terrifying possibility. What if one of these events actually happens? Imagine waking up one day to find the Earth's tilt has shifted dramatically. Summer turns to blistering heat waves. Winter becomes an unending frost. Coastal cities drown in rising seas, while deserts bloom with torrential rains. How would humanity cope in a world where nature itself has been thrown off balance? Let's dive into a scenario that's closer to reality than you might think. Scenario 1. What if Earth's tilt increased from 23.5 degrees to 40 degrees? Regions near the poles would bask in sunlight for months on end, followed by long freezing darkness. Think of the Arctic, but supercharged, a land of endless summers and eternal winters. Could human settlements survive in such extremes? Meanwhile, the equator would face relentless storms and massive temperature swings. Tropical rainforests could wither into deserts, and ocean currents would spiral into chaos, disrupting global weather patterns. Could humans build cities with artificial climates? Would we retreat underground or migrate en masse to regions that become newly habitable? Scenario 2. Now imagine Earth's tilt shrinking to almost 0 degrees, like Mercury. The sun would rise and set at the same angle every day. No seasons, no cycles of renewal. Crops that depend on seasonal changes might fail, sparking global food shortages. Without seasonal thawing, the polar ice caps would grow unchecked, locking away fresh water and lowering sea levels. But here's the twist. This might create massive deserts in areas that once thrived. Could humanity engineer artificial seasons? Would we turn to advanced agricultural technology or even colonize other planets for survival? Scenario 3. What if Earth's axis began to wobble uncontrollably, swinging between extreme tilts? One year might bring scorching heat, while the next plunges us into an ice age. Entire ecosystems could collapse, unable to adapt to the erratic changes. Humans might become nomadic again, following habitable climates as they shift around the globe. Wars over resources could erupt, making survival even more precarious. Would we find ways to stabilize Earth's axis? Or would we evolve into a new kind of society, one built to endure constant change? As grim as these scenarios sound, humanity has one thing in its favor: adaptability. From the Ice Age to the Industrial Age, we've survived and thrived by innovating. Could we build climate-controlled megacities designed to withstand any extreme? Could space technology offer a backup plan, allowing us to colonize the Moon, Mars, or even space stations? And here's a wild idea. Could we develop technology to actively control Earth's tilt, becoming masters of our own planetary destiny? But here's the real twist. What if we've already triggered some of these changes? Climate change, deforestation, and melting ice caps might be nudging Earth's delicate balance right now. Are we unknowingly steering toward one of these catastrophic futures? The Earth's tilt is a silent guardian of life, but we've seen how a single cosmic event could throw it into chaos. We've imagined the burning summers, the endless winters, the unthinkable migrations. But now we're left with a chilling question. If Earth becomes uninhabitable, where do we go next? The answer might lie beyond our blue planet, among the stars. But here's the twist. Could humanity survive on other worlds, or is the tilted dance of planets an inescapable reality, even out there? For decades, Mars has been humanity's top candidate for colonization. But don't let its rusty, desolate surface fool you. Mars is far from ideal. Remember Mars's wild wobble? Its axis swings from 15 to 35 degrees, causing massive climate changes over millennia. Colonizing Mars means braving freezing deserts that could turn into unrelenting storms at the whim of a planetary wobble. Could we stabilize Mars's axis, or would we just inherit its chaos? Mars's atmosphere is almost non-existent, offering no protection from deadly solar radiation. Could we terraform it into a livable paradise, or would it always remain a hostile red prison? The moon seems like an obvious backup plan. It's close, familiar, and tethered to Earth. But here's the catch. The moon's lack of tilt means no seasons, no weather, and no natural cycles to support agriculture. Could humans thrive in a world without the rhythms we've always known? One side of the moon bakes in the sun's heat, while the other freezes in darkness. Living there would mean building underground cities or domed habitats. Could we create an artificial tilt, an engineered Earth in miniature? Beyond Mars and the moon lie the icy worlds of Jupiter's and Saturn's moons, Europa and Enceladus. These moons may hide liquid oceans beneath their frozen crusts, but here's the twist. Their slight axial tilts create tidal heating, potentially driving volcanic activity under the ice. Could life already exist there, thriving in the warmth of these alien seas? And if we settle there, would we find ourselves competing with extraterrestrial organisms? Saturn's largest moon, Titan, has a thick atmosphere and methane lakes. Its tilt creates a complex climate system. But could humans adapt to living on a world where it rains liquid methane instead of water? What if the perfect solution lies outside our solar system? Astronomers have discovered thousands of exoplanets, some of them within the habitable zone of their stars. But here's the kicker. Tilts everywhere. Just like the planets in our solar system, exoplanets could have wildly varying tilts. Some might be perfectly stable, but others could wobble chaotically or lack seasons altogether. Even the closest exoplanet, Proxima b, is over 4 light-years away. Could humanity survive the journey to another star? And what if, after all that effort, we discover the planet's tilt makes it unlivable? But before we pack our bags for the stars, here's a radical idea. What if we could save Earth? Could advanced technology allow us to stabilize Earth's tilt, preventing future disasters? Could we create artificial magnetic shields, or even move the moon closer to strengthen its grip on Earth's axis? And here's the wildest theory of all. Could humanity one day master the forces that govern planetary tilts, becoming the architects of planetary balance? The universe is vast and humanity's curiosity knows no bounds. But wherever we go, one truth remains: tilts are part of the cosmic dance. They shape planets, create climates, and decide the fate of worlds. Stay tuned, because the answers lie not just in the stars, but in the choices we make today. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks for watching till the end.